Going into the third game of Mumbai Indians IPL 2024 season, the focus really should be on things that, truth be told, would matter in the grand scheme of things, such as, for instance, the fact that they've lost both their opening games and that they could potentially be staring at a third straight loss, given that the team they're up against, the Rajasthan Royals, have won both of their opening games. However, a lot of focus is on Hardik Pandya and the kind of reception that he's going to be getting for the first time that he'll be back at the Wankhede Stadium as not just the Mumbai Indians player, but also the Mumbai Indians captain. That is because, of course, in the first two games, you've seen Pandya get plenty of boos. And while it was understandable that Ahmedabad would, let's say, join in and boo Pandya, given that he'd left the Ahmedabad-based franchise Gujarat Titans, it was rather surprising to see the Sunrisers Hyderabad fans also, let's say, keep a vitriolic response for Pandya, who after a point was clearly thrown regardless of what anyone else might say. It's not the easiest of starts for Pandya as he made his way back home to MI, but how exactly it is that he can turn things around, that's something that we don't really quite know yet. What we do know is that Pandya is getting at least some semblance of backing, one from one of the players who he'll be up against later on, and one crucially from one of his own teammates. First, let's talk about the opposition player who has given Hardik Pandya a vote of confidence. That man is none other than Trent Bolt, who, whilst being asked questions about Pandya being booed and the kind of reception he's been getting, had the following to say. He said, "I do not think the booing will hold out for too long. I am sure he's one of those guys who can put it aside and focus on the job." Now, to be fair, Hardik Pandya has definitely been one of those players who is probably one of the most thick-skinned players in Indian cricket. He has oftentimes copped a lot of criticism, and that has somehow made him immune, let's say, to the amount of criticism that really any cricketer in this country ends up getting. But what we've seen so far is that he's clearly been rattled by the reception he's getting, and that he's not really been used to it, expecting it, and it's clearly thrown him off his game. There is a good captain and good player in there, but so far we've seen neither of those for the Mumbai Indians. And all of this comes at a time when there have been rumors floating around that there are two camps in the MI dressing room. There's a Hardik Pandya camp and there is a Rohit Sharma camp. Definitely not the best of times to be a Mumbai Indians player, because again, civil war within the team is only going to take you so far. Crucially though, one of Pandya's teammates has come out and spoken up for him, and that person is none other than veteran spinner Piyush Chawla, who had the following to say when asked about what it is that Pandya has been subjected to. He said that Pandya is not worried about what the crowd is doing, and once we get a win under our belt, things will be totally different. Now, to be fair to Chawla, the second half of his statement is in some ways true. If he starts getting results, a lot of those woos are going to be quietened down very, very quickly. And not just that, Mumbai historically are slow starters in the Indian Premier League. It takes them a little time to get going, but once they do, they are very, very hard to stop. And that really is also one of the reasons why his second part of his statement definitely very, very true. If they get on a roll, they're one of those teams that are hard to stop, and then the plaudits only will be what Hardik Pandya will be getting. However, to say that he's not worried about what the crowd is doing definitely seems more like a case of shielding him more so than anything else, and I can understand that, especially when you consider how vitriolic some of the, let's say, abuse, boos, hate that Pandya has been getting in recent times has become. Of course, it's an unfortunate situation, but for Pandya, the solution really is simple. It's as Piyush Chawla said, get a win and things will be different. At best, what he can do is just block out the noise that's coming, focus on the job at hand, and this is an important one at that, and ensure that the Mumbai Indians get their campaign off the mark. Then, maybe then you'll see some of those boo boys quieten down. Otherwise, if he keeps showing that he's clearly rattled, the noise is only going to get worse. But what are your thoughts on the matter? Do you agree with the booing? Do you agree with what Bolt and Chawla have said? What do you think Pandya needs to do to stop the booing? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sportsbook app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side though, it's goodbye.